Hello everyone, my name is Loko and welcome to the Battlefields of Eternity. Today I'm gonna be playing a game with the one and only Rexxar. In this video I'm gonna go over his abilities, over a talent build that is great on him, and I'm gonna try and explain you how this character works in general, all while playing a game. So obviously I'm gonna have to try my very best to run. They're having a great day. Hi team. Now in this specific game, as we have a look at the team composition, we got Chen, Rexxar, Murky, Tyrande, Zagara, and we're going up against Rhaegar, Nova, Stitches, Rexxar, and Thrall. Now this is pretty important to note because it basically means that I'm not the only warrior on the team, right? A lot of people immediately assume that Rexxar is actually going to be a tank. He really isn't much of a tank. So the first talent we're going to be picking is Hunter-Gatherer. And I'm going to be assuming right here that Chen is going to take the role of the tank in this game. So I am allowed to do a little bit more of like a mercenary camp focused into like, you know, damage dealing type warrior. Since that seems to be what this guy is best at. So as it is right now, on this specific map, we don't have that many mercenary camps to kill. But as it is right now, for the most part, you can actually play this guy as a mercenary lord. Even though we don't have the Mercenary Lord talent, and even though we aren't really, like, you know, directly responsible for doing that in every single game, oftentimes you are very, very powerful at taking up mercenary camps. So you can actually take out the heroes, or not the heroes, rather, the boss camps at level 8. Which is really, really early on, especially because of a certain talent that we will be picking in this game as well. But anyways, what is this guy all about? So what do we have? We have a ranged warrior right here that has a pet behind him at all times. Now, the pet is what makes it so interesting. We can't really control him very easily at all, but what we can do is try and deal a little bit of damage, but we can basically attack move with it, and we can make sure that it stays close to us by hitting my trait ability, which is Misha follow. When I activate that, I will basically... Oh, well, we gotta watch out here. I don't want him to die, obviously. But basically, when I activate that, he will either come close to me, or he will start attacking whatever target I want him to attack. So as it is right now, we gotta be a little careful here, eating that damage. Which is fine. But that is what it's all about. You gotta control your pet, you gotta figure out what's going on, and losing the pet actually costs you 0.25 life. So it's actually a pretty substantial amount. Now, I can heal up the pet with my E ability. We're gonna go down to the Immortal, by the way. We can heal up the Immortal, or the pet with their E ability, which is called Misha, or no, actually it's called Man Pet, as you guys may know, is a warrior, or a hunter, obviously. Oh, well, he's very low. Oh god, don't get hit, Loko. Trying to get the pet in front of me once again. Just trying to see whatever I can hit here. Ooh, nice body blocking here. Very, very good. Good, 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 get him! Good job, good job, good job, good job. Don't die, Loko. Trying to make sure that I stun him right there. We'll go over the other abilities that I got in a second. The other ability right there, the W, basically is a skill shot from Misha that allows me to deal damage from his end. And I don't think we're going to be able to get that one. I'm going to drink from the fountain though. I'm very low here. Next time we're going to go is the Hungry Bear, which is very nice. But yeah, the W ability is basically a skill shot from Misha. So right there I can activate that and it deals damage and it's very, very nice. But most importantly, it stuns. So that's really the reason why we get it. And then we have a Q ability, which is a slow that gets hit from the point of view of Rexxar. So Rexxar is going to be, you know, taking extra damage while that is going on. Or he's not going to be taking extra damage. He will be able to dish out extra damage with the Q ability. I'm going to need some help here. If we do want to do something. Oh god, very nice hook by him. Ah, that's gonna be my death. Sadly, I did get hooked right there by Stitches. Very nice play by him. Didn't quite get out of there. Ugh, their Rexxar is so low. Wow. And actually a sacrifice right there by Chen to try and take him out. Obviously a little risky. But early on, it doesn't really matter too much if you do go down. Very nice hook by him. So we got the E ability that heals up my pet. We got a D ability that controls my pet somewhat, although he sort of has like his own will. And we have a W ability that is a skill shot from the pet's point of view, that is that, and then we got the Q ability that's a skill shot from Rexxar's point of view. So all in all, this is a warrior that is very difficult to control, and I find it actually one of the most difficult characters in the game, easily. Now we are going to be able to solo camps easily past level 7, and that's what I'm going to be focusing on as well. I can easily soak it down, or actually we're going to go bot. We're gonna go bot. We already have a Zagara and a Murky here. Very, very powerful laners, obviously. Although, I don't know if we... No, we shouldn't be here, guys. We shouldn't be here. Can we just leave? Okay. Trying to make sure that they are stunned. Keep them alive. Can we just leave, sir? I wasn't attacking so you could go and sacrifice yourself. I was attacking so you could get out of there. Then again, he's Chen, so he doesn't really die. Alright. So at level 7 we have a talent that is called Bird of Prey right there. And it basically increases the damage we do to non-heroes by a ton. I believe it's 300% actually, and we're gonna be getting that one. Even though it's not gonna directly improve the amount of damage that we can do, it is gonna be able to, like, allow us to clean up creep waves very easily. And since we already have a bunch of damage in this specific game, I feel like it's gonna be better off if we do that. So I'm gonna be calling him back right now. A little worried for that, but I'm gonna be killing out this creep camp right now. Guys, you should really not be fighting a 4v1. Alright, I'm gonna be killing a creep camp right now. Which will be way easier after that talent. You can see, like, at this level, this creep camp isn't really that big of an issue anymore. I'm just gonna be nuking him down, and obviously, since I have that talent taken at level 7, the Bird of Prey, it's very easy to do this. So, we could even go ahead and solo bosses, like I said, at level 7 and whatnot. Although we obviously don't have that on this specific map. Or at level 8, rather. Obviously, we don't have one on this specific map, but it's all good. Like, we can be very, very useful here. Gotta go to the bot lane as well. And those camps are gonna deal a ton of damage. Now, in the past, the only hero that could really comfortably do this was Gaslow. Gaslow was very good at that, but other than that, you know, you wouldn't really play him as like a creep, like, specialist, so to say. Even though we only dedicate one talent right here to really dishing out that damage to the creep waves, I feel like it's worth it pretty much every single time. You can go for the throwing axes as well, which will give you extra basic attack range. But I mean, this is a very, very good talent. And even though it's a little weird because we don't directly deal more damage to their heroes later on, and it's, you know, it seems sort of like a waste versus, oh wow, they're actually taking that camp. It feels sort of like a waste versus, like in the late game. It really gives you so much value early on. And this will give us a ton of extra damage right now, while the Immortals are spawning. So, would highly recommend you give that one a try, even though it's not maybe the most obvious choice that you've ever taken. Okay. Trying to kill stuff right now. Okay, it will go down. Should we just get out of here, guys? I'm gonna go for the Bestial Wrath here. Bestial Wrath is the one talent that I feel like is by far most useful. Hold on, I'm gonna go in. I did activate it just now. Okay. Trying to do whatever damage I can here. Don't die, Misha. Okay, we did get their kill on their Misha, but I'm gonna go over to the Immortal now. Dishing out the damage there. One thing important to note about this map, by the way, is that the Immortals do disappear, or the creep camps do disappear when the Immortals spawn. So you gotta keep that in mind. Did get hit right there, sadly. I'm not actually 100% sure if the Bird of Prey will also increase the damage that I do right now to these Immortals. I'm assuming it actually does. So good though. Yeah. It's also good. We have killed half of it right now. It will likely go to... Well, it actually is completely random right now. We are a little bit low on mana here. I'm gonna activate my ult once again. The ultimate ability that I got only is actually a 50-second cooldown, so it's fine to activate it a little more often. I find myself actually not activating it often enough, which is the reason why I'm doing it right now. Just to make myself do it a little better. There we go. Okay, gotta go back. So far, we have not done the most hero damage because I've really not been in that many fights. But we've been very, very helpful for the team. We've been basically dominating, you know, whatever was going on in every single lane so far. And even though, like, we're not gonna be the highest damage dealer in the game, you can go for different talents if you want to. It just gives you a ton more value for the team. It's hard to, like, display it in a little screen like this, because obviously the mercenary camps don't actually show up over there. And it's not gonna tell you too much. I hope we actually will get to level 20 this game, because we're doing too well here. I may not be able to show you the full build. Level 16 and level, level 16 and level... Oh god, oh god. Go in, go in, go in! Deal the damage, deal the damage. Oh, sadly he does end up falling. Come back, Misha. Come back, come back, come back. Okay. At level 13, I'm gonna be going with the Wild Bear. And this is basically like the Misha version of... Oh. Oh no, nice, good job. This is basically Misha's version of, what's that, I don't know the name of the talent on top of my head, but basically she deals damage to everything around her now. No, we're gonna go back. Alright, gotta go back. Gotta be killing out this little camp right here. We'll be killing the camp in the bottom or in the top lane as well. But basically what you want to be looking for is to kill every single camp you can find on the maps. And past level 10, you shouldn't have any issues killing any of the camps. Look how quickly we killed that. You see, like, that's one little use of my Q ability right there. I would activate my ult here if we needed to, but there's already a ton of value. Gonna be going over to the hard camp right now as well. We don't really need help, but whatever. We're gonna be doing it anyway. So obviously, if you're playing in a team, you may want to communicate that you don't really need all the help right here, because you would be able to figure out the damage very, very quickly. But either way, obviously, this is still pretty helpful. Drink from the fountain real quick. And let's get back into the swing of things. Very nice. Now, it's very important to try and not die on this hero. I've noticed a lot of people that are playing Rexxar on the quick match ladder right now. They tend to die very quickly. It's all about controlling your pet efficiently. Like right now, for example, this is a tough place to be. So I'm actually not completely sure what I'm doing here. I'm giving commentary and playing at the same time. That's what I'm doing. But it's usually best to just walk with the team and make sure you know, are not caught off guard. Like even though combined you have a lot of health, just on your own, you actually don't have all that much. Come back, Misha, don't die. Okay, good. Okay, activating my ult here. Starting to hit the damage. Okay, he is being ancestral healed right there. Gotta keep in mind, my Q ability still slows, and we can still soak damage, obviously. Especially those kind of shots, we can do a ton right there. Sadly, he did use his ult right there for no apparent reason. Okay, get him, get him, get him! Oh, Rexxar, come on! Oh my god. Wow! Oh, I was gonna say, I thought they would all get out of there. Ooh, we're doing a little too well in this game, guys. We may very well finish the game before the Immortals spawn. I mean, we got very far ahead right here. Stunning them all. And actually, I think the game is gonna end right here. I wouldn't be surprised. We are a little bit low right now, but got my ult available once again. Oh, although I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm very low right now. There's the Putrid Vial being activated as well, but he's just YOLOing in right there, and he does end up falling, and we actually end up killing the core. Yep, there we go. GG. So we started joining the team fights a little bit later on into the game. As you can see, we ended up doing a lot of hero damage here in the end as well. I mean, it's not a ton, obviously, but it's still a pretty reasonable amount considering the talent selection that we made. Usually, if the game goes a little bit longer and you actually do get to that level 20 mark, you can easily go ahead and, you know, do like a very, very similar amount of damage to a lot of the assassins. Alright, so since we didn't make it all the way to level 20 in this game, I'm gonna once again go over the talent selection that I would have chosen and the talents that I did choose. So first off, you can be going for the Hunter-Gatherer right here, which is going to be giving you extra health regen early on. You can also be going for the Grizzled Bear early on if you don't want to be laning at all, and you do plan on doing a lot of creep camp killing. If you're up against a team with a lot of cloaked heroes, for example, Flare is also great. But I would honestly go for most of those, or for one of those, if you are planning on killing the creep camps really early on. Like, let's say level 4, you want to start going ahead, killing the creep camps. Those are fine. Flare, however, obviously great if you're playing in a team as well, because it gives you tons and tons and tons of vision. Okay, level 4. This is basically a pretty go-to, like, pretty obvious talent to go for. Hungry Bear just gives you so much extra sustain on Misha, and that combines very, very well with the Bestial Breath talent. Now, if you are going to go for the Unleash the Boars, for example, you can go ahead and, for example, go with the Taking Flight right here, which is an okay talent as well, and you can really go for any of the other ones, but Hungry Bear should really be your go-to one. Level 7, like I said, if you are planning on killing the creep camps and the mercenary camps and whatnot, Bird of Prey is a, like, it's an honestly probably your best pick right here. And even if you don't plan on doing that and you're just gonna be laning, I would say this is still a very, very, very powerful ability with all the map objectives and whatnot. You can be going for the throwing axes here as well. Some people even go for the Blood of the Rhino if you really want to keep Misha alive, but honestly, Bird of Prey should be your go-to talent. Bestial Rat, I feel like it's the better heroic. Unleash the Boars also has a lot of potential if your team is lacking, you know, a bunch of CC and damage and whatnot, but I feel like Bestial Rat is just a more obvious pick if you're running this build. Level 13, Wildfire Bear definitely should be your go-to one, just because it gives you so much extra damage on Misha. You have a couple different options here as well, though. You can be going for the Thrill of the Hunt. Basic attacks increase move speed, and that is especially if you take the throwing axes at level 7, because it increases the extra range, and then also you get the extra movement speed. It means that you can kite and chase down enemies very, very easily. At level 16, the one that we didn't really get to right here, you have a couple options as well. The most obvious one is Feign Death. Basically what happens is you activate the ability, you lie down on the floor, on the ground, and then, you know, you can control Misha directly. which is very nice. It's basically like keeping you alive for 5 seconds extra, and it's very, very powerful. However, Primal Intimidation is also extremely useful. It just, you know, makes sure that the basic attacks are going to be reduced. If you are running, however, once again, if you are running Thrill of the Hunt, throwing axes, you can also be going with the aspect of the Hawk, which will give you even more attack speed. And therefore more basic attacks, therefore more ranged, and therefore, or well, you have increased range and therefore extra movement speed as well. But Feign Death should be a go-to talent pick right here. And at level 20, you have also a couple of different options. You likely want to be going for the Spirit Bond. Spirit Bond increases Bestial Breath duration, and it basically just makes it so that Misha also heals Rexxar up whenever she attacks, so it's very, very useful. And you can also be going for the Frenzy of the Kalimdor, and that is once again, if you do go for the aspect of the Hawk, Thrill of the Hunt, and the Throwing Axes. But once again, the build that I would have chosen in this game, Hunter-Gatherer, Hungry Bear, Bird of Prey right here, Bestial Wrath, Wildfire Bear, the Primal Intimidation, and I would have also gone for the Spirit Bond. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully it taught you a little bit about Rexxar. Very fun hero to be playing for sure. He's difficult, but he's very, very good if you play him correctly. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, and I will see you in the next one.